Zimbabwe's most famous convicted criminals. Madzibaba Ishmael. Ishmael Chokurongerwa, better known as Madzibaba Ishmael, is a religious leader of the Budiriro II-based Johanne Masowe eChishanu Apostolic religious sect. He rose to the spotlight after leading a violent assault on members of the Zimbabwe Republic Police after being asked to disperse from their gathering in May 2014. Members of the Apostolic Christian Council of Zimbabwe and the police clashed with the sect after visiting their shrine to enforce a ban after reports of human rights abuses in the church. 9 police officers, 2 ZBC staffers, and 1 ACCZ official were seriously injured and taken to hospital. Police arrested Chokurongerwa 7 months later. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison. Canaan Banana. Canaan Sodindo Banana was a Zimbabwean Methodist minister, theologian, and politician who served as the first president of Zimbabwe from 1980 to 1987. He stepped down in 1987 so that the then Prime Minister, Robert Mugabe, who reformed the presidency from a ceremonial office into an executive one, could succeed him. 10 years later, in 1997, Banana was arrested on charges of sodomy. It is alleged that Banana misused his power while he was the president to coerce numerous men into accepting sexual advances. Although he denied the accusations, he was found guilty of 11 charges of sodomy, attempted sodomy, and indecent assault in 1998. He served 8 months in prison. Banana died of cancer in 2003. Robert Kumbura. Robert Martin Kumbura is the pastor of Zimbabwean church RMG Independent End Time Message. RMG are his initials. He was convicted of 4 counts of rape and sentenced to 50 years in prison in 2014 after allegedly raping 4 female congregants. His church was also suspended by Zimbabwe's religious body ACCZ for satanic practices and for child abuse allegations against him. Kumbura has 11 wives and is alleged to own 20 cars. He is currently serving his sentence at Chikurubi Maximum Prison. Munyaradzi Kereke. Munyaradzi Kereke is a politician and former advisor to the former Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe Governor Gideon Kono. He is also a former Member of Parliament for Pikita West. In July 2016, Kereke was sentenced to an effective 10 years in prison for allegedly raping a minor at gunpoint in 2010. He is currently serving his sentence at Chikurubi Maximum Prison. He however maintains his innocence and claims that the charges were financially and politically motivated. Rodney Chiweshe.
Basically, we're going to be loading a 12-gauge shell into this handsome Optima break barrel shotgun.
Rodney Chiweshe is a convicted murderer from Bulawayo. He shot and killed 2 young men and tried to conceal the evidence. He was arrested when a close friend of his went missing after they were last seen together. When police interviewed Chiweshe, inconsistencies in his statement led to his arrest. He later confessed to shooting his friend in the back while walking him home at night. He then buried the body in a shallow grave in Burnside. A couple days later, Chiweshe would lead police to the remains of the second victim, his neighbor, that he also shot and buried in Burnside. At his sentencing, he apparently requested an assisted suicide, a request that was obviously thrown out by the court. He was sentenced to death by the Bulawayo High Court and is currently being held at Kami Maximum Prison. G Tomo and Masendeke. Stephen G Tomo and Edgar Masendeke were a Zimbabwean criminal duo who launched a series of violent crimes in Zimbabwe and Mozambique. G Tomo and Masendeke met at Mutimurefu Remand Prison in Masvingo in 1995, where each was serving a 16-year imprisonment sentence. Together they successfully planned an escape from prison in November 1995, along with 3 other convicts. They overpowered and forced prison guards into the cells before walking away. They fled to Mozambique, where they launched a series of armed raids in Manicaland and Masvingo province for 2 years. In 1997, after 2 years as a fugitive, G Tomo was caught and arrested in Mozambique. In August of the same year, he managed to escape yet again and rejoin Masendeke in Mozambique. Masendeke was later arrested after launch of Operation Masendeke by the Zimbabwe Republic Police. G Tomo was arrested a few weeks later. They were both sentenced to death and executed in 2002. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please share with friends and let us know what you think in the comments.